Hello, welcome back to the YouTube. I'm currently 5.5 weeks out from my photo shoot, 12 kilos down so far in this dieting phase, so I'm going to be taking you through a full day of eating today, exactly what I eat on a training day to lose as much body fat as possible over the next 5.5 weeks. So I've already been up this morning, took my fat burners, been and done my fasted cardio, 30 minutes incline treadmill, had roughly 1.5 litres of water, and that's all I've had so far. So meal one is currently eggs, sourdough, pineapple and a protein shake. Sometimes I do oats instead of the sourdough, but my appetite's not really been that big so far, so currently we're going with the eggs and sourdough, a little bit more enjoyable and not quite as much food volume. First things first, coffee. This is the best Nespresso, Melozio. If you don't know about this one, then you're missing out. Coffee machine has been playing up, but we'll see if it wants to work today. If you're in Australia, this is the best sourdough. If your sourdough is weighed out on your plan, which it should be, you want to choose the lightest loaf, then you get more bread. So with this, I get 2 slices. This meal on my plan is actually 85 grams of oats, 35 grams of whey, 2 eggs, 200 grams of pineapple. Some of the meals are macro match. Obviously I've worked with Jace a long time now, he trusts me to do that. And when food was high, I kind of went off oats and went more towards the sourdough. Appetite's still not huge, so I literally just do 2 sourdough, 2 eggs, 200 grams of pineapple. Pineapple's in there basically for digestion, also tastes banging. And then I just do 35 grams of whey just to make up for the protein. Smells like the house is setting on fire. Always get your pineapple fresh, cut it yourself, or buy the pre-cut chunks. Don't buy the tinned stuff. The tinned pineapple, you lose the digestion benefits basically, so if you've got pineapple in your plan to aid digestion, which I think most people should have, then you want to get the fresh stuff. Don't be lazy, basically. I like my toast a little bit burnt, so put the toast down again. And then I'm going to show you a trick on how to cook the top of your eggs without cracking them. Coffee's done. Usually have one of these with my breakfast as well. It's literally just flavoured water, lime flavour. The flavoured water in Australia is shocking, but this is better than nothing. When they're looking something like this, so they're cooked at the bottom, but obviously it's still a little bit shit on top, what you need to do is get some tin foil, pull a little bit off, and just lay it over the top of the pan. Then the heat hits the foil, transfers back down. Voila, top of the eggs are cooked. Toast is done. Perfect eggs every time. Finishing touch, pink salt. So pink salt on every single meal. I don't weigh it when I'm not in prep, but it's like 6 to 8 grams per day. Usually 1 gram per meal, roughly. And then 2 grams in my pre-workout meal. Mainly just to aid hydration, but also makes everything taste good as well. After meal one, I always like to get my supplements in. These are just what I've been using at the moment. Omega 3s, curcumin, collagen, trying to get rid of the wrinkles on my head. Support Max from Strom, very, very good supplement. Good for your heart, your liver, your kidneys, etc. Vitamin D3. If you're in the UK, I would say 2 to 3 servings of this per day, just because you're not getting as much natural sunlight. I can't say much today, it's absolutely pissing it down in Sydney, but I usually just take 1 serving per day. And then a joint supplement as well. And then I usually do creatine first thing in the morning with my electrolytes, which I've already had, and then essential amino acids during my training. I think that's about it for the supplements. I don't go too heavy on supplements. Like all my clients will tell you, I only recommend the things that I use. So these are the basics for me: omegas, multivitamins, vitamin D3, an organ support or organ defense, and then curcumin for inflammation, and then obviously the joint support because I was struggling with my knees. And then this, I mentioned in the last YouTube video, this is from, the company's called 3 Foot World. I think it's an Australian brand. And basically this is like a nootropic, a focus supplement. If I've got a mega busy day, I'll do 2 servings of this on a morning before I start my first block of work. But this morning, Fridays are not too bad for me, so just 1 serving of this today, and then we'll get locked into some check-ins. Meal 2, pre-workout meal for me. This is probably my favourite meal of the day. So I have cream of rice, salted caramel flavour, whey, Cinnabon flavour. This is absolutely banging. Literally tried it the first time the other day. Jam, and then some frozen fruit which I haven't got out of the freezer yet. Plenty of cinnamon, plenty of salt. This is literally just like a big dessert before I train. So what we're going to do is, first of all, whey paste. If you don't know how to make it, it's pretty easily. Literally the amount of whey that you have, add the same amount of water. So I have 50 grams of whey. Perfect, 50. So to that I will add 50 grams of water. There we go. And then literally just stir it with a spoon, and it's going to make like a paste kind of consistency. If you make it too runny to start off with, just stick it in the fridge or in the freezer whilst you make your cream of rice, and it will just thicken it up a little bit. Ideally you want to do 3 parts water to 1 part cream of rice. So I'm going to do 240 grams of water, boiling water that is. Always put your water in first, otherwise it's going to go lumpy. 240 water. This is actually one of the best flavours, to be fair. It's the first time I've had this one. Custard cream is definitely the winner, but I think salted caramel could be a close second. 80 grams of cream of rice. We're on the poverty portions, unfortunately. Trying to get shredded. Gram of salt, get a fork, just mix it around, basically just to get rid of all the clumps. This is the quickest, easiest meal you're gonna get. And the good thing about cream of rice is if you're going out for the day, cream of rice and whey, it doesn't go off, so you don't need like a cool bag, you don't need to keep it in a fridge. That is literally it done. So I just try to flatten it down so that I can add my fruit and jam on top, and that is literally it. It's like a almost like sand consistency, but it tastes banging. So cream of rice is done. Lucky me, I get 50 grams of jam still. 50 grams, and then now we make the cake basically. So it's cream of rice, spread out the jam on top, 100 grams of berries. Raspberries are my favourite, to be fair, but this is all they had in the shop. So I've got strawberries, raspberries and blueberries in there. Oh, a little bit heavy, 100 grams, perfect. So then I just add a little bit of cinnamon. Even though the whey is cinnamon flavour, can't beat cinnamon. Cinnamon, another gram of pink salt. Pre-workout meal, I like to add a little bit more salt. Just gives you a better pump in the gym. Obviously aids hydration as well when we're going to be sweating. Whey paste literally then goes on top. And that is the topping for the cake. So cream of rice, jam, fruit, Cinnabon flavoured whey on top. Basically a pre-workout dessert. Probably doesn't look that good on there, but trust me, it's a good one. Double espresso, and then all I have for intra-workout is 20 grams of EAAs. If you haven't got one of these, you need to get one. I think it was off Amazon. So 3 scoops of this is 20 grams. And all I do is I just sip this while I train. Just starts the recovery process nice and early. Push today, shoulder focused push. Gonna train at World Gym. Might film a little bit, I might not. We'll soon find out. So, just got back from the gym. Post-workout meal now. Easiest one of the day to prep, and probably the easiest one to eat. Takes about 2 minutes to prep and about 30 seconds to eat. 100 grams of Cocoa Pops. Please have enough. 100. We need more of those tomorrow. And then 50 grams of whey. This is chocolate chip cookie flavour. I haven't tried this one yet, but Naomi says it's good, so we'll put it to the test. I do actually weigh the water in this shake. If you make the shake quite thick, it actually tastes like it's with milk rather than with water. To be fair, I don't use any milk at all. Unless I treat myself to a almond cappuccino on a weekend. There we go, 50 whey, 100 cereal. Fast digesting carbs, tastes good, easy to prep. It's now 4:30 in the afternoon, so I've got this and 2 more meals to get down. So I'll eat this now. The next one probably at about 5:30, and then my last meal 7:30, 8. Usually go to bed at 9. The older I get, the earlier I go to bed. Quite a busy evening of work to do, so have this, back onto the laptop we go. Chocolate cookies, whey, Cocoa Pops. Can't be bad, surely. I don't want this one to turn into a cooking show. I don't want to give you all the secrets, but I gave you the egg tip with the tin foil, so now the rice tip. If you haven't got a rice cooker, then more fool you. Microwave rice is dead. This is literally all you have to do. So this is 2 meals worth of rice, so 200 grams of rice. Into the pot. Sushi rice is number 1 for me. Rinse the rice. Always make sure you wash it to get rid of the starch. Give it a couple of quick rinses. Then literally all you need to do, so 200 grams of rice, I'm going to put 400 grams of water into this. Roughly 400 grams, so 2 parts water to 1 part rice. Put the lid on, put it in this, press on. Now that is your rice done. Literally takes 15-20 minutes, and then it will stay hot all day as well. So if you want to do it on a morning, you can leave it on the side all day, it'll stay warm. Got a little bit carried away doing some work. Chicken's a little bit, let's say, crispy, but it's finished. So bowl, Rice has been done a while, as you can see. It just stays warm. Switch that off now. And I know that there's enough rice in here for my next 2 meals. So literally all I do is take half of it out now, then eat the other half later on. So 100 grams of dry weight sushi rice, 200 grams of chicken. Sometimes I put a little bit of spinach or asparagus in this meal. As you can see, the chicken is very well done. A little bit of Nando's sauce, and obviously the famous pink salt like we do on every single meal. Maybe I'm a little bit soft, but lemon and herb is always my go-to. And there we have it, meal 4, chicken and rice, simple and effective. Final meal of the day. Until it's getting cold now. First time I've wore a hoodie in ages. So 200 grams of mince, 100 grams of rice that I cooked earlier, and then a little bit of asparagus just for the healthy goodness. So same as with the chicken meal, I just usually add a bit of paprika and then all-purpose seasoning. Nothing fancy, and then I usually use barbecue sauce on this meal. Final meal of the day. Nothing fancy, literally mince, rice, veg. So that is all 5 meals for today. That's my training day food. I've literally ate the same meals every training day for the last couple of years now. Consistency is the winner. Macros for the day is 3,302 calories, 230 protein, 460 carbs and 43 fats. So obviously I have the privilege of cooking every meal fresh because I work from home, but the majority of these meals could be prepped as well. If you're someone who has to work on a building site, work outside, etc., all these meals can be eaten cold. I'm just lucky that I get to eat them at home. But yeah, this is obviously my full day of eating. 5.5 weeks until the shoot. Tomorrow is Saturday, so tomorrow will be the day where I get my cheat meal, hopefully, more than likely. The next video is going to be an educational one. And then next week we've got the Sydney client meetup, so looking forward to that as well. Thank you.